Good morning, guys. How are you doing today? I completely lucked out last night. I wasn't going to go and do a stealth camp because I looked at the weather report. I guess it's, what is it, the Weather Network, and they have a radar, photo, or I guess video radar thing, and you can watch it play out how they think it's going to go. And it shows you the cloud masses, shows you where it's going to snow, and literally it was going to snow going past our house and north of us at like, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then gone. And there was nothing behind it. So if I procrastinate, sometimes I put myself in a pickle by not getting out there shooting a video and then having 2 to 3 days to edit it, as opposed to going out and then coming home and have to rush edit to get it out to you guys. I like to take my time and not stress myself out and burn myself out by shooting a video, getting home and just having my nose to the grindstone the whole time and just stressing about trying to get this video out to you guys, because it's now 7 days and I need to get it out to you. So it was Friday last night, today is Saturday morning, and the fact that we had this crazy snowstorm through last night all into this morning, and it's still snowing. I had to brush my car off this morning when I got out of the car, and when I went to breakfast and I came back, I had to brush it off again. It was completely covered. But last night it was minus 19 degrees with the wind chill. I think it was minus 10 this morning and minus 16 with the wind chill when I woke up. In the car, I think it was minus 3. I can't remember what I videotaped, and I didn't videotape it on my phone. I videotaped it on this camera, because this camera has like a super night mode, so it brings in more light. It gets grainier, but at least you can see what you're videotaping with. This camera does a really good job in low light, but only on the regular lens, not on the wide angle. And I hate shooting stuff with this camera on the regular lens in the van, because it's just too narrow, right? So you have to like be back further. Anyway, those are my problems, not your problems. So yeah, last night I slept in a converted church's parking lot. So way back in the 1800s, it was a church, and somewhere along the lines, there's too many churches in town. Everybody was going to the other ones or something. I don't know exactly how it all transpired, but eventually a man and a woman bought it, turned it into a house. And then they moved out to Vancouver and sold it to this guy, who turned it into a, there's 2 lanes here, but it's not really, you can't see the road. And this guy is going really fast, like an idiot. It's gonna cause a problem. I'm doing 60, it's an 80 along here, but I think it's an 80 along here. But there's some people that think they're invulnerable to nasty weather. It's better to go slow, people. I guess he could be going somewhere important, but... So this man and woman bought it 8 years ago, turned it into a pub. So it's the first pub and a church that I've ever seen. Whoa! Again, you could barely see the road, and there hasn't been enough cars on here to do track bear, as they say. There's nobody behind me, so I'm gonna move over to this lane. This looks a little bit easier to navigate. When everything's white, sometimes you just can't see the road. So it is dangerous doing these videos for you, but I'm willing to take the risk for myself. Yeah, so I met the owner of the pub last night, and super nice guy. Told me a little bit about the pub, and I wish I had asked him to see the upstairs area, because basically it's the basement of the church is the pub, and I'm not sure what's upstairs, but there was a sign saying you're not allowed up there, and if you step up there, there's an alarm that will go off. So I'm not sure if it's a private residence on the main floor. I don't know. So after I ate at the pub last night, went for a walk, and it was just as blizzardy as this, and I did about 4 kilometers, which is really good. It took me about 50 minutes to do that. Luckily, I have my neck warmer on, my hat pulled down to my top of my glasses, and my hoodie on top of that, and this jacket and everything, and I was perfectly warm. Feet were warm, got my good socks on, and I just went for a big walk. When I got back to the car, I watched a movie that you guys recommended, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll have to wait till possibly Monday to find out. But it was a really good movie. I saw it many years ago when it first came out in a theater with a buddy of mine, and I had a complaint about it. And after rewatching it, I took back my complaint. And again, you'll have to look at that, my little movie review in that video. I used the heater for probably about 2 to 3 hours just to keep the air warm in here. And then after that, the heater died and I didn't want to bother trying to start it again. So I plugged in my electric blanket, and this time I put it on the bed and then my sleeping bag on top of it. But while I watched the movie, I laid on top of the electric blanket while I watched the movie. And as soon as the air got cool, I had to lie under the electric blanket and then keep switching my hands. One hand in the electric blanket under my leg to get warm again, and then I'd hold my phone and put the other one on. I need like a holder to hold the phone up so I don't have to have my hands outside my sleeping bag while watching a movie or whatever. But that's how I had to do it. And then when I finally went to bed, I put the electric blanket on the bottom and then my sleeping bag on top of that and put it on medium. And I think that electric blanket lasts about 6 hours plugged into the Jackery. The Jackery still has, like, I don't know, 15% in it. I think we only started at 65. I have it plugged in right now, so it's charging on the way back home. I'll probably have to bring it in and top it up to 100% for the next adventure. It's always good to have 100% when you go on these adventures, just in case you're stuck for a day or two. You have that extra power that you need. Solar panels won't work in this that I know of anyway. You'd have to keep brushing them off when it's a blizzard. So I'm not sure how people do it. So once the movie is over, like I said, I put my electric blanket down, put it on medium, put my sleeping bag on top of that. I got in bed, zipped it up, pulled my hat down to my nose here, pulled my neck warmer right up to my bottom lip like that, and then tightened my sleeping bag down to that little hole. Probably around 6 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock, because I think I turned my electric blanket on at it looked like a truck was going off the road, but he was turning. It's like, whoa, no. I think I started my electric blanket at 11 p.m., so it probably shut off at 5 p.m., but I was perfectly warm. I kept like thinking to myself, is the electric blanket still on? Because that's how warm I was. And then when I took my arm out of the sleeping bag, put it on the electric blanket, it had been off for a while. So I just turned it back on to heat up before I got out of bed and started packing up and getting ready for breakfast. And all my windows were snow covered. I couldn't see out. The snow plows came by at 2, so the snow plow that did the sidewalk came by at 2, and then the big snow plows came at 4, 5, 6, 6:30, 7. So they were busy last night, and I heard every single one. So I'm gonna sleep well tonight. I also just texted Carol and asked her if she can make sure my coffee maker was on, and it is. So as soon as I get home, I'll make a nice warm cup of coffee. I might have to shovel the driveway. In the video that I made for the Stealth Camp or for KBD Productions TV, I was talking about the fact that sometimes it can be like really crazy, blizzardy, snowy in a place like this, and then nothing at our house. Or our house gets completely smoked and Newmarket has no snow whatsoever. So I don't have no idea what it's gonna look like until I get home. I should have checked the photo radar just to see what happened last night, because things dramatically changed from no snow, it was not supposed to snow at all, to this. And it must have been like 6 inches at least on my car this morning. Yeah, it was at least 6 inches of snow on top of this thing. And again, all my windows were covered, so I had to work a little bit. My feet actually are cold right now, so I can't wait to get home and do a complete change. I totally forgot. I did have a change of clothes, but I totally forgot to grab an extra sweater or hoodie or something. And so I had to wear this yesterday, last night, and this morning. Oh well, live and learn. All right, guys, I thought I'd just give you a little quick update on the latest Stealth Camp. I hope you look forward to it. It's I've been playing around with what I'm going to call it. I think I already have a really good thumbnail for you guys, so look forward to that. So once again, thanks for all your support on this channel and KBD Productions TV, and we'll see you in the next video. Talk to you. Bye.